All right, today we're hitting shoulders and we're going all dumbbells. And it's not because I'm such a great human and I'm concerned with anybody still stuck at home with limited equipment, because I'm not. I've just been doing a lot more dumbbell work recently, had a great connection to it, and really it's helped round out those shoulders. So I figured I'd share that with you. So if you're ready, let's get after it. Now, before we start, you really want to make sure that I'm kidding. Need that shit. So usually when I do side laterals, only tweaks and changes I make to form have to do with the range of motion or how much of bend there is in that elbow. Sometimes my arm's perfectly straight, sometimes there's a severe bend, almost like a wide grip upright row. But recently I've been opening up those shoulders completely, turning those palms forward, and doing them in a way that I make people with really jacked up shoulders do them. So you're probably thinking that asshole finally hurt himself with all the weird exercises he does. Not yet. Maybe eventually, but really what it has to do with is I'm trying to pull that rear delt into more of the exercises I do. So finishing off the contraction in that rear delt, because me and 99% of the gym population has some, but I want it to look stupid. So really it's about firing that lateral head, and as it comes up, pulling and finishing off the contraction in that rear delt. Now this next one might earn you some dirty looks from the trainer at your local gym who has a 4-year degree but earns $8 a session and still looks like hot garbage. But it works, so fuck them. And this is a movement I did a lot when I was younger, but kind of just forgot about for years until I started to try to pull more movements into those rear delts, round those shoulders out. And I used to call these around the worlds because apparently back then I was into giving things stupid names. So feel free to call it whatever you want. But all it is a front raise where you pause at the top and then pull that dumbbell around to the back and squeeze that rear delt. It's a nice light movement, it's nice and slow, and you can either go with your hand pronated down or in a neutral grip, whatever you're more comfortable with. If you feel any impingement, just try to stop that hand a little bit sooner so don't come as high, and then pull it around. If you still feel impingement, then you're f***ed. Do something else. One thing to note on those, as you're pulling around, make sure you don't keep those arms perfectly straight. If you just slightly bend those elbows, you'll have an easier time connecting with those rear delts. So that front raise on the initial part of the last movement is the only thing we're gonna do for anterior delts, because I feel like myself and everybody else doesn't have underdeveloped front delts. That's not the problem. What is the problem is that lateral head and that posterior head. So what we're gonna do is one more exercise for each, because I don't know about you, but what worries me is if I don't hit those enough, they're just gonna shrivel up and die. So to make sure those side delts are taken care of, we're gonna lean against something, overload, and do partial reps at the initial part of the contraction and use a significant amount of weight. And then we're gonna focus on the top of the contraction by grabbing onto something and creating a nice angle with your body. And this is lighter weight. And make sure you're not swinging around, you're controlling the movement. The bottom of the movement should be where that dumbbell naturally hangs. Don't let it come to your leg, let it stop there where it naturally hangs, and then slowly contract it up. So the best help I found for people having trouble connecting with those rear delts is by laying them flat on the bench. Yeah, it shortens the range of motion, but that's not the most helpful part. What it allows me to do is kind of take out all the extra noise of the movement and really focus on giving them verbal cues that allow them to disconnect those traps, like telling them to elongate their neck during the movement that allow those traps to disengage, and then they can focus on squeezing through and finding that range of motion and that path to really connect to those rear delts. Because I'm sure you've heard and seen some grunting, loud, obnoxious human being at the gym doing the entire stack on a rear delt fly machine, and that should be your first red flag that they're fucking up. The other thing I want you to watch out for is their shoulder height and their head position. If their shoulders are raised during the movement, those traps are already engaged. If their head's tilted back, same thing. They can't go through the entire movement without engaging those traps. So what I want you to do, if you're doing this exercise, this next one, or if you're at the gym doing that actual rear delt fly, what I want you to focus on is retracting that chin into your neck and try to elongate that neck. Even if you want to, you can't screw this up. Here's a link to another one of my shoulder videos, also another one of my favorites. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and as always, get after it, get growing. Talk to you soon. Had a great connection, gotten a lot of, what the f are you doing?